morning. Today we begin our Advent season, and we welcome you on this journey as we reflect on our Advent theme, Will You Harbor Me? We give thanks for the presence of this community of St. Joan of Arc, which harbors us when we doubt, when we despair, when we are on stormy seas and buffeted by howling winds. We come here to breathe deeply, to rest in the arms of God and our beloved community. And then we are sent forth by this community and by our God because we are made for these times. Clarissa Pinkola Estes writes, I grew up on the Great Lakes and recognize a seaworthy vessel when I see one. Look out over the prow. There are millions of boats of righteous souls on the waters with you. We are needed. Souls on decks shine like gold in dark times. Struggling souls catch light from other souls who are fully lit and willing to show it. When a great ship is in harbor and moored, it is safe. There can be no doubt. But that is not what great ships are for. A harbor is a body of water that is next to land and that is protected and deep enough to provide safety for the boats anchored there. That is what I see in this beautiful painting. What I also see in this painting are people in the boats and in the building. For them, this shelter harbors them by giving them a place to rest, to be safe, to be comforted, and to be with others on their journeys. For me, and maybe for you, the past 21 months have been filled with times of doubts, despair, stormy seas, and howling winds, which are more challenging for me when I am not anchored in our physical space of St. Joan of Arc. My big storm came in the form of COVID in March 2020. Because there was so much unknown about this virus and its interaction with asthma, it was a difficult time of finding the right medication and breathing treatments to keep me out of the hospital. I was scared for my family. I was scared for myself. Yet, I knew I was surrounded in love by this beloved community through the prayers, cards, and beautiful prayer shawls I received. I felt, and still feel, anchored in God's love through you. The waters continued to be rocky when we had to close the physical shelter of St. Joan of Arc, and I felt a deep loss from not being physically connected to you. I missed the encounters of our hearts, our laughter, our smiles, our hugs, our conversations. I felt the responsibility and need to create sacred spaces where we could come together in community, in hope, in love, in support. Then and now, whether it's through phone calls, Zoom meetings, emails, or notes, even the Senate, I am always grateful for everyone who is present and pray that you feel the love and commitment we have for each of you. These encounters with you help me feel anchored in God's love. And as I continue to heal from COVID and settle into a new way of being church, George Floyd was murdered. I was devastated. I feared for the safety of my daughter, my brother, my husband, for other relatives and family friends, for others I did not know, for myself. My lament of, oh God, how long, became a frequent plea for understanding. And through my tears and grief, my experience of being surrounded in love and support by our beloved community continued as I received emails and texts and phone calls and notes. Everyone asking, how are you doing? What do you need? How can I help? I'm praying for you and your family. I felt and still feel anchored in God's love through you. Today, I am deeply grateful we are able to be in community in so many different ways. I am grateful we are able to breathe deeply together. I am grateful we can sing and laugh and share conversation and greet each other with the sign of the peace. I am grateful I get to say to all of you, you are welcome in the harbor of St. Joan of Arc, our beloved family and community. We love you for all of who you are. God loves you for all of who you are. Come, soak up all the love and nourishment and hope you need. Let us harbor you as you breathe deeply. Let us harbor you as you rest your weary heart. And when your heart is rested and full of God's unending, compassionate love, go forth to offer yourself in service in the healing of the world. Be a light for those who cannot see a way on the path for their journey. Be a voice for those who feel that they are not heard and not valued. Shelter and protect those who live in fear that indeed their lives do not matter. Be a sacred presence to those who need to rest their weary hearts. During this Advent season, let us harbor you as God harbors us. I'll now light the first candle for the Advent season.